how to create Facebook ads that convert. If you're having problems running your Facebook ads, or you've never run Facebook ads before, then this is the video for you. In it, I'm going to cover three main categories. The first one is going to be the research category, and it really is going to show you how to really spy on your competitors' ads. The second category is about the ad creative itself and what are the most important elements in an ad to make it convert. And the last category, the third category, is going to be all about the most important initial Facebook metric that you need to pay attention to after you launch your campaign. So I'm going to get into all of that right now, but before I do, I just want to mention I have this 20-step how to launch a product successful blueprint on Amazon, this mind map that I created over a year ago. And I've had a lot of people ask me about, hey, can you make one for affiliate marketing? Yes is the answer. And in about 30 days from now, I'm going to have it completed. And I will let you know when it's completed in a video that I will release. So be sure and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified as soon as I release that video. Now, the first category is all about the research. So when I say that we're going to spy on our competitors, I want to show you a little bit here. If I come into my Facebook profile page here and come into my timeline, I'm just gonna scroll until I see an ad, and here's one from Kajabi, and let me see if I click over to Kajabi. Sorry, the name threw me. If I click over to Kajabi, I can come down here and look at the page transparency section. I can spy on all of the active ads that they're running very simply just by saying see more and then go to the ad library. And in here, this is going to show me all of the ads that are actively running, and I can look at their creative. I can get a lot of good ideas from what they're doing. It tells me also when they started running. So the longer running ads are the most successful ads. They're not going to continue to spend money on these ads if they're not going anywhere for them, if the ROI is nil. So you can take a look at somebody's ads doing this. Another way that you can look at ads that somebody is running is to just go to the ad library, the Facebook ad library. And you can literally just Google Facebook ad library and you'll come right here. You can search for ads by keyword, topic, organization, name of a page or a person, depending on how they're running their ads. So if we do a search for, I'm going to do a search for, and I did one a little earlier, like Red Bull. Red Bull has tons of great ads that they run, but I just want to show you if Red Bull were my direct competitor and I wanted to see what kind of ads they were running, I would come in here, let it load, and I could, just like looking at Kajabi, I could see all of the ads that Red Bull is running. So great way to really spy on your competitor and see what's running and see what's working. Another thing that I want to show you is this website called Big Spy, bigspy.com. You can just plug in a keyword or a competitor, but plug in a keyword in here, and I'm going to do something like action camera. And let's take a quick peek, see what the results are. I think it defaults here to, the Facebook tab, but you can look at it on other networks. And this is going to start to return to me a list of all of the ads that are based around this particular keyword. So that's great. You can get a really good look at what's going on. You also, what's great about this is you can see how many comments and shares, if any, that an ad is getting. You could see that social interaction, that social proof. So this is a really great tool. It's free. They have some other plans, but you can use it in a glimpse for free, and then you can sign up for a free plan and get more results. But bigspy.com will definitely show you some great information. Okay, another thing that I want to show you is if I'm going to do this one, has a lot of, look for one that has a lot of comments and shares, etc. And I'm going to click right over to this ad. And one of the things that I'm going to do is when I'm trying to think of how to build my audience, my interests, demographics, and things like that, all of my targeting options, I want to come down here and read the comments. I want to read all the comments and load all the previous comments here and just keep doing it until they're all loaded. And you can get so much information out of the comments section. People give you great ideas, what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it, ways to make it better, all sorts of different things that you can use for your product in your store or your affiliate offer or whatever it is you're trying to promote. You can come through here. One of the things that we do, one of the guys in a group that I'm a member of, he told me that he comes through here and he will do a Control F and he'll do a search for got or bought, things like this, to find people that have actually got this. I got this, I'm interested in this, I need this, things like that. So we'll come in here and then he clicks on the name of the person, goes to their Facebook page and comes down to their likes section and looks for other things that these types of people that are interested in this other art studio are interested in. And if there are things that are relative categorically, he'll write them down and then go over to Audience Insight, which I'm about to cover, and use those to help kind of boost his audience and zero in on his audience. So pretty powerful stuff. You can start to see some commonalities between some of these people that have purchased the things from this list. So the next on my list is when you create a post on your page. From your page, Facebook will ask if you want to boost this post. Don't boost the post from the page. Always run things from your ad manager. You're going to have more targeting options and things are going to be better for you when you do that. So this is a little tricky to understand, but don't just run initially. You don't want to just run straight ads. You want to technically boost your post. But I just told you not to do it from your page. Do it from your ad manager. But you want to actually boost a post, because with it, when you run your ad with it, you're going to take along all of the social interactions, all of the likes, comments, shares, etc. are going to come over with it. And if you create the post on your page first, share it with your fans, share it with your friends and things, you can start to get that social proof and social interaction happening before you ever even launch the ad, and you'll see more success by doing it that way. So that's just a little tip. Let's jump over here to Audience Insight. So this is kind of spying on your competitors, how to get ready to run these ads. And then in Audience Insight, I could spend a month probably or a week on Audience Insight and all of the things that it would do for you. One thing I'm going to cover today is, at a minimum, find out if your, let me see, action camera. Find out if your audience is predominantly male or predominantly female. 80% of people on Facebook that like action cameras are men. So don't waste your advertising dollars on women. If you have something that you think that will really appeal to women, you can be sure and create a very specific ad and only run it to women. This you're only going to really run to men because it's skewed so heavily towards men. So you want to be sure and not waste any marketing dollars when you're doing all this. So I think this is not everything on my list. Last thing, and it's super simple, it's conceptual, but do remarketing, do retargeting, run remarketing ads for people that have viewed your offer and things of that nature. You will see the greatest ROI from running retargeting ads. So anyways, that's all I have with respect to the research phase of things. You do these simple steps and you will beat most people that are trying to run ads on Facebook. Most people are lazy, so think a little outside the box. Do the extra work. All the tools are right here in front of you for free. So sit down and do the work first. So the next thing on my list is the actual ad creative. I'm going to jump back to Big Spy and look at some of these ads, and we'll cover a few of the things that I have on my list. But the first thing to think of is that Facebook is a social media platform. So if I'm going on Facebook, I'm not going on Facebook so that I can shop for action cameras. So I don't want to see product-based images. If I wanted a product-based, if I wanted to see a GoPro, I would go to Amazon, I would go to Best Buy, I would go to a marketplace and search for a product. What you really want to do is encompass your product in a lifestyle type of ad image. And this next one does a great job of it. Yes, there's a GoPro up there, and that's inevitably what we're talking about, or an action camera. But it's on a snorkeling mask, and you're really kind of setting this whole thing up, and I can say, oh yeah, I can see how I would really use it doing that. Or, you know, if it was a motocross guy or something along those lines, you really want to kind of put it in a lifestyle type of setting. Number 2 is don't use stock photos. This is a stock photo. This is probably a photo that was taken. If it's your product in your store or your thing that you're trying to promote, chances are you have one of that item. Take a picture and put it into use. Put it on your snorkel mask and take a picture. Do things like that, and people are going to be more likely to see it. God, people are so aware of stock images, and it turns them off. So the next thing on my list is think about your audience. If you're targeting men, or if you're targeting women, obviously you can segregate all of that in your ad selection. So be sure and do so and write ads that are very specific for each group, that solve maybe a problem for each group. You want to think highly relevant ad targeting and ad creative. Number 4 and number 5 is sex and humor. I'm sure there's a joke in there right about now. But if there is, share it in the comments below. But a lot of people in my group say that sex sells. And I know this because sex has been selling for centuries. This is probably one of the, whatever. But you don't want to, you want to go soft with it, obviously. You don't want to get too dicey, but you might roll it into with a little bit of humor and do something. I'm not talking about nudity, but I'm talking about something that is an innuendo, perhaps. I saw an ad for, I think, a convertible VW Bug, and the top was down and it said, go topless, you know, or something along those lines. Think humor. Think humor. Number 6 is to test different types of discounts in your ad creative. You need to find out whether your audience in your niche would rather get free shipping or get 50% off or whatever number, or get $50 off of an item. You need to know which one they respond to, and you can very easily do that by running different split tests on your ad creative to find out which offer your audience likes best. And number 7, the last one for the actual ad creative, is to use high contrasting colors in your call to action. So just like this red with a yellow outline, I'm not going to miss that because it's high contrasting. A black background with white letters is high contrasting. So be sure and use a high contrasting color in your call to action so it doesn't get lost in the background. I wanted to show this. And this is kind of a breakdown of an ad, any ad on Facebook. The first thing that you're going to look at is the ad image. The second thing that people look at, the second most important thing, is the title down here. And then third is going to be the subtitle. What happens from a psychological standpoint here is if somebody is looking at this and kind of digging it, the fourth thing that they're going to look up is to see who it's from. I want to know if it's from Joe Blow or if it's from some authority type of person maybe that I follow or like. And then very lastly, people will then come up here and read the post copy. It says right here, last we read the message they carefully wrote, and if and only if the previous 4 elements were compelling enough to get us here, unless they used crafty emojis. But I've always liked this little ad example that kind of breaks it down. Take heed to this and the elements that are included within. Have some call to actions down here in your title and in your subtitle. So number 3, category number 3 is short and sweet, but it is probably the most important thing that you need to think of after you've launched your ads. And that is you want to look at your relevance score. Your relevance score, Facebook is going to determine this very quickly after you launch an ad, and you want to, it's from 1 to 10, and you want to make sure that you're getting 9s and 10s on your relevancy score. And I'll tell you a couple little things about it. Number 1, Facebook, the way quick and dirty on this is Facebook looks at kind of like a triangle here, and it is the relevancy or the relationship between the audience that you've selected, between the ad that you're running, and the landing page that you're sending the traffic to. It all has to make sense. You have to be sending the right message to the right audience, to the right landing page, and that will help you get your relevancy score up. Another little tip that you can do is and test, and it all depends on your niche and your audience, etc. But one of the things you can test is to write longer post copy. That would be right up here. To write longer post copy until it says click to read more, read more. If somebody gets all the way through these 5 elements and clicks more, you'll have a much higher likelihood of getting somebody to click all the way through to your landing page and convert. So you can test that. Now, you don't want to write a 9,000 word novel on the backside of this, but you know, about 400, 500, 600 words, you could very easily do that. If you get really long in your post copy, you want to break it down in easy to read and easy to digest elements like bullet points. So do that so that their eye still jumps through the information that you're giving them really quickly. So having all those extra words in your copy too is it's kind of like keyword and SEO. It's going to give Facebook more information to ascertain whether or not your ad is relevant to the landing page and relevant to the audience. So a greater likelihood, if you craft it correctly, to get a high relevancy score. And why do you say, Mark, is relevancy score important? Well, because the same person that is lazy and writes a bad ad with a bad image and all this stuff, and they think that money is the solution, that they're shoving money at an ad to make it scale and run, and they have a relevancy score of 3, they are paying way more cost per click for that ad than somebody that has a 9 or a 10. They have just reduced their ad cost tremendously, and greater likelihood that this ad is going to convert for them down the line. So it plays a huge key role. If you're getting super low relevancy scores, you need to go back to the drawing board until you can start to work your relevancy score up the ladder. And very quickly, you'll know if you run an ad for a couple of days and you have a low relevancy score, kill it, start again, so that you can maximize your ad spend. So that's it for today. That's the 3 things that I wanted to run down that will help you write Facebook ads that convert. Just like I said in the beginning, I have that mind map, if you will, that I'm putting together for affiliate marketing. And that's the great thing about Facebook ads or any paid ads online. You can use them for affiliate marketing, e-commerce, lead gen, you name it. So I've had a lot of questions on affiliate marketing. Could I put together that mind map? And I'm going to do it, but you need to be subscribed and be notified of when I drop those new videos so that you'll be able to get the mind map. I'll then put it on a link to get it from my website. No email required. It'll just be a straight download, free to you to use to help you with your affiliate marketing efforts. So if you have any comments or questions, or tell me about how you like or don't like Facebook ads, put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video so that more people will get a chance to see it. And I'll see you on the next video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified of future videos, and don't forget to like this video. Now watch that video next. Go ahead, watch that video.